Hi, happy Saturday. How are you guys doing? I have this happy NaNoWriMo banner going, even though it's technically, what are we? It's the 11th, so we're like a third of the way through already. How is it going? Catch me up. How's your project going? Remind everybody in the comments to like what you're working on and if you're drafting or editing or something else, outlining, you name it. And let me just catch up in the comments quick, and then I'll share what I'm working on and how it's going. It's going good, but Iron Flame may have caused me to fall behind. So, as a fun side tangent, oh my gosh, this chair is so uncomfortable. Let me know where you are at. Like, did you read Iron Flame? Are you absolutely not? I'm never reading it, or somewhere in between. No spoilers though, right? Because we're gonna respect people. I'm very bad at spoiling, so I'm gonna tell myself that. Rachel, hi. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Beth's here. Lacey, how's everybody's nano going? Exactly. I want to know. I'm so excited. Chugging along at 15K already. That's amazing. So you're like, I don't remember exactly what everybody's supposed to be at this point, but like that's a lot. So give yourself some credit. I hope you're celebrating. My hair's getting annoying already. Let me try putting it up quick. Need a nap. Yeah, same. Crossed 21K last night. That's amazing. You're incredible. Lacey, I'm so impressed. Sorry, I'm like, did I have lipstick on my teeth? Haha, I forgot to check before I started. Left official goal at 50K, but hoping to finish as much of the manuscript as I can this month. Most likely going to be around 80K when done with it. That is incredible. Yeah, 21K already. I agree. That's awesome. Tried not to write at all this month since it's the busiest time of year. Yeah, it is crazy. So I'm glad you're not pushing yourself, Rachel. That's really, really smart. Okay, so let me scroll down because I'm catching up with everybody who's here saying hi, hi, hi. Let's see, working on first draft of Rapunzel, also at 15K. We'll be working on short stories collection today. Haven't finished Fourth Wing yet. Let's see, when I do, oh my gosh. I like want to talk about this now. That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, Bethany, let's stay on track here. But yeah, oh my gosh, I just did some really crazy hair. That's funny. I really want to finish my first draft this month, going to cross 10K today. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Yeah, if you cross like fun milestones as we're sprinting, please let us know. I find it extremely inspiring and exciting. Just discovered Fourth Wing. Don't worry, I was behind too, and it's a good thing because there's 5 books in the series, and I hate reading series that are unfinished. Iron Flame is a great example of why I'm like, why am I reading this one? I don't know. I can't find out what happens next, but it's fine. Just pre-ordered, super delayed. Funny story, this is such a tangent, and then I promise we'll get into sprints, but apparently I've been seeing everybody is saying there's like errors on the books. I actually have, oh my gosh, I'm using it right here. I literally saw this a few minutes before we started, and it was like, chapter 17, there's no dragon, and I'm like, I want to know, do I have a dragon? This is so random. Hold on, let's find out together. Because apparently, oh my gosh, I don't have a dragon. So don't look too closely at that if you don't want to read it. But normally they're talking about like this little doodad right there, and then chapter 17. It's such a minor thing I didn't even notice while reading. That cracks me up. Anyway, let me bring you back to my book stand. Keep going, Bethany. Keep going. We got books to write. At about 18K, and awesome. Oh, it just jumped. I just like lost the comment that I was on. Feeling behind. That is okay, Madeline. Like I am also falling behind. Like I was just saying, I was like reading Iron Flame. I'm like, there's no way I can finish this in a day. You saw how thick that book was. And I read fast, but not that fast. So I was like, oh boy, I'm falling behind on my deadline. This is not going to be good. I just made it worse. This is so funny. I haven't figured out how to use Clippies yet. But let's see. Yeah, how does the author... Oh, this is such a good point. You're so funny. Yeah, like, if nobody starts reading, how do we know if we should keep going? That is such a good point. And I love it because you're like, the paradox. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because it's like you need your people willing to wait. But then, you like, from an author perspective, I'm sure you guys have felt this way too. It's like, how much faster can we go? Like, I need it to be finish as fast as possible. Thank you, Avi. This is from a good writer friend, Emily Schneider. If you guys follow her on Instagram, I was trying to think of the platform, then she actually gave this to me at 22K. That is amazing. And just woke up. It says and 30. I'm guessing that's like 5:30 or something, or 4:30 or 6:30. I don't know. But I'm guessing it's early. So Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Been stuck for a couple days, so you're like excited to get into it. Yes, awesome. Okay, so let's do it because I don't want to let myself talk too long when we're here to sprint, we're here to work. But I do have an exciting thing to share. I'll do it after our first sprint so that we have something to look forward to. And sorry, I'm just seeing more comments come in, and I saw FOMO, and I'm like, what is this? Seriously felt FOMO today for NaNoWriMo. I won for 10 years. This is my third not doing it. Yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that because I also feel that way a little bit. I didn't catch you up in what I'm working on, but I'm working on the secret curse. Man, I should always be more prepared and have it like pulled up just so you guys know. I'll find the cover, but basically it's book 3 in a series. It comes out January 26th, so I have to work on it. It is going okay, but if I was to try to do a different book this month, I'd be in serious trouble because there's no way. So I'm also feeling the FOMO, but it's one of those things where I'm like trying to take the writerly vibes for the project that I am working on. Here we go, I found it. I wanted to find like the plain cover, not like a random picture. There we go. Come on. So this book right here is what I'm working on, coming out January 26th. And so I'm in, what am I in? 300. I'm in the beta reader edits. There's about, I had just got it under 400 comments yesterday. It was going really well yesterday, so I'm hoping to keep it going. And the comments, by the way, are like things that beta readers noted, whether it's like, this is a tiny thing, I just see a typo, or this is a very big thing, what is this character doing, you know? So I've got a lot of work ahead of me, and my goal is to finish before Thanksgiving if possible. So, okay. Yeah, I was planning to get serious words, then your nephew and you both got sick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't push yourself because sometimes that can just make it worse. But I'm glad you're here. And second guessing yourself, yeah, that is such a common thing. Trust me, I'm here for that. That's me like every other writing session or more. I just try to push through it, honestly, and be like, all right, don't think like that. Don't dwell on it. Don't even let those thoughts come into play. Let's just see what next thing I can get done. Like, I have to not get big picture. I have to get really small picture, for lack of a better word. Is there a word for that? Very narrow-minded, very focused. That's the word I was going for. Yeah, I love the cozy sweaters. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So I have, usually what I like to do is 10-minute writing sprint first, just the one time, because the first sprint is, if you've heard me say this before, it's almost always garbage for me and it's kind of a throwaway, so why waste a lot of time on it, right? Sometimes I even just do a 5-minute sprint if I'm alone. I'm like, okay, 5 minutes to get in the zone. Okay, now let's start for real. So I'm thinking we'll do 10, then we'll jump to 15, and then if you guys are feeling good about it and you want to, we'll go to 20 and stay there and see how you feel. Does that sound good? Let me know in the comments if that's okay. And if you're ready, I'll give you like a minute to get your, what do you call it? Drafts pulled up, documents. You know what I'm trying to say. Grab and like go to the bathroom, grab something to drink or to snack on. And oh my gosh, I wish I'd brought in, we went to Costco yesterday or the day before, I forget. And we got these like healthy, not really, healthy cookie bites. They're cookies, so they're not healthy. And now I just wish I'd brought them in here. Oh well, that's okay. Motivation to get it done. Thank you, Avi. Yeah, so if I hadn't said this, I had over 1,000 comments from my beta readers. Thankfully, a lot of them were like, oh, I love Coda. Let me stop myself, no spoilers. There's a lot of love for a certain character who's awesome, and then just kind of reactions or like, sometimes it's really nice when comments go together. So it's like, if somebody says, like Jezebel's character motivations, for example, doesn't make sense here. And then if I fix it in that spot, I've fixed all the comments along the line down the road as well. So sometimes it's not as many as it sounds, but it still feels overwhelming. Okay, so smaller works well. Anything over 20 minutes stops feeling like a sprint. That's kind of how I feel too. I just get kind of distractible. Yeah. It's not a Bethany live stream if there's no spoilers. You know it. Why else would it? No, I'm just kidding. I should be like, this is why you guys should come, because I like to slip up. Not like to, but it happens. All right, so I actually don't have my manuscript pulled up. Let me do that really quick, and then let's also pull up a timer and our playlist. So first let me show you the playlist. If you haven't been with us before, I use Epidemic Sound. We have, actually, let me go back. We could go and do, let's see, background music has music or words. We don't want that. Lo-fi only has 3 tracks. We did some NaNoWriMo playlist last time. That was fun. Background music, I think, has words again. Yeah, so we don't want to do that one. I was going to let you guys pick from your favorite. We have dramatic strings. We have fantasy. The cinematic travel one I would not recommend. It was a little bit wonky. I don't remember exactly why I started making that playlist. You can see some where I like added 1 and then I didn't get much further than that. Cinematic fantasy feels could be fun. Let me play a little bit for you. I won't talk because it's a different volume level than my voice, but let's see. So it's got a little bit more of that cinematic vibe. It makes you feel like this is an epic story. It's so amazing. I kind of love those feels. Cinematic strings sound good. Okay, which one was that one? Let's see if we can give that one a test. Like dramatic strings, maybe? Is that the one you're thinking of? Or did I miss one? I have saved so many like random with 3 tracks or like 5 tracks. Mellow and Calm was a good one, I think. Let's see. Okay, that one's a little wonky, and there's only 5. So this would be a good one for our first sprint because I don't think it'll last longer than 10 minutes. Yeah, the cinematic fantasy one has one called Zion. I saw that. Or yeah, dramatic fantasy. Let's do both. Let's start with this really short one because I don't think it'll work for 15-minute sprints. And then we'll do a cinematic and a dramatic. And then also I have the peaceful piano music, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Yeah, I love this Mellow and Calm one is going to be really fun for our first sprint because it'll get us in the zone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will pull this off, and then I'm going to grab our timer and bring that up instead. And let me know if you can see that because I couldn't figure out with this angle where to put my little kitchen timer. So I decided let's just use Google. Okay, you guys ready? This is always the moment. Let's do this. Counting down. Hold on. Okay, ready and go. Oops. know. How did that go? I saw somebody comment on this song. It looks like it's branches. This is Epidemic Sound, by the way, one of my playlists, if you're curious. I just realized you can't see that. I'm like on it showing you as if you can see it. Let me bring it up. Share screen, Epidemic Sound. I always like to share this in case you're interested. So we were on, I already bumped out of it. Where were we? We were on the Mellow and Calm, which I did not like one of these. I think it was this folk one. It didn't feel like it fit the mood of the other songs. But we were just on Branches here. So yeah, that is Epidemic Sound. And yeah, the beeping was very sudden. It always scares me, but let's do a quick 5-minute chat. I'll put this up so I don't forget to stick with it. Just how did it go? Let me know how that first sprint was. I actually started to get in the zone already, so I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot we had to pause. Let's see, 230, 188, 205, 287, 297. Wow, you guys are amazing for 10 minutes. This is awesome. Holy cow, 1,000 in 10 minutes? Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And done editing today, good chunk of a chapter done, awesome. 248. Let's see, 267, here we go. Got distracted by the neighbor during lawn maintenance. That's the worst. I get so distracted by that. 593, oh my gosh, that's awesome, Avi. That's amazing. 162, 114, great efforts, everybody. 464 with dictation. I love that. Let's see, I'm actually curious. I started writing a section, so I got 108. That's how much I got. I'm actually working on I'm just going to share because like Avi said, I love sharing secrets with you guys when I go live. So I'm working on a bonus scene that is not going to be in the Secret Curse. It is going to be in the omnibus that comes out sometime in 2024. And so I really want to get it right. I'm already 20 pages in and I'm like, how long is this scene going to be? Well, 20 pages, that can't be right. I think I'm 10 pages in. Anyway, I'm distracting myself. But before we keep going, I wanted to share my idea with you and get your thoughts and votes really quick, and also answer any questions if you have any. And then, yeah, so many distractions. It's so normal to get distracted. And nice job, Brianna. Organized all the random notes in one document. That's awesome. Oh, I see one more. Started rereading the chapter where you're feeling blocked. That's exciting. Okay, so here's my fun revelation. And obviously I'll reveal this eventually, but next Saturday, there's so many things going on. You guys know how this time of year is. And I was like, what am I going to do? I have to be gone during our sprinting time. I was trying to figure out if I could do evenings. I just couldn't make it work. And sorry, I'm getting distracted by comments. Let me focus here. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if I use those epidemic songs right here that we were just looking at? Let me make them bigger. And probably not this one, but like I have so many playlists. If I go back, I can show you some of the ones which we'll listen to today and see which one's your favorite. Like the Soothing Writing Sprint soundtrack has an hour. This NaNoWriMo one has, it looks like 16 minutes worth. So we should do that one next, actually. Dramatic Strings has 43 minutes worth, if you see right there in the below the title that I gave it. So if I could bunch some of these together, if they go together well enough, which it's going to take a lot of time and effort, but I could potentially next Saturday put up like a 2-hour live stream. Even though I can't physically be here, I could put together like a 2-hour one with all of this stuff right here. Maybe probably not the background music. I always click on that because I forget that there's words, but like the Soothing Writing Sprint soundtrack, which we should do today for sure. What do you guys think? Like, would that be something you would enjoy? I'm picturing, like, I know there's tons of like studying ones here on YouTube where you can like just get 2 hours straight of music. And I'm thinking like, I don't want to just copy that because there's tons of great stuff out there already, but I'm thinking like actual sprint style. So picture like a little short intro to get ready, and then it's like a 10-minute timer that counts down just like we would do here. And then it'll be like pause and take a 5-minute break or however long you want, and then come back, and then it's like a 15-minute and then a 20-minute, and it like gets you in the zone the same way we do here. Yeah, you guys think that would be fun? I'm seeing some comments come in. Yay. Okay, that would be fun. Brianna says it would be fun. If it's a live stream, then there's no distracting ads. So what I would do is not put ads on this one because you can go in and like remove them. I think I don't get paid for those videos then, but that's fine. A lot of Twitch streams do co-work study streams like the Pomodoro 45-5. Pomodoro is 25-5. Is that what you meant? I'm pretty sure Pomodoro is always 25-5. But I'm really curious about that because those Twitch streams would be more live like this. So what I'm picturing is, yeah, you like this, Harley? That's awesome. What I'm picturing is like it's not live, it's there permanently. Like you could use it every single day the rest of Nano if you wanted to. And it could be, you could use just the first hour of it, or it could be, I could do 2 full hours. Like, first of all, how long would you want it to be? Should I just do an hour? Is that like, that's probably long enough. If we did the Pomodoro style, it could be 2 25s and a 5-minute break, but I don't know if I would actually play the 5-minute break or if I just say pause here if you want to take a break, maybe. Or do you like my more unique style of 10 minutes and then 15 and then 20, 20, 20, like that? Let me know. In all fairness, I don't know anything. You're so funny. Okay, so that's like, and it's totally cool if they do 45-5. That's totally okay too, because then some people prefer the more focused. And yeah, so you have found 45-5 Pomodoros, but most are 25-5. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that sounds like their preference. And if you guys, you have preferences, I want to know what your preferences are, because a lot of people prefer shorter sprints. Okay, you like the 10, 15, and then 20 going forward? Good, good, good. An hour could work, and then you could loop it. That's a very good point. So maybe I don't need to like mess with things and make it too long. I could do an hour and a half, and then that would be 10, 15, that's 35, 20 is 55, and maybe 2 more 20s, something like that. That might be super long. But that way you wouldn't have to loop it unless you want to. You could get all like new songs all the way through, and it would be too boring. Okay, you like the 10. Oops, I already did that one. You also like the 10, 15, and 20. Helps you get in the zone. Yeah, me too. See, this is me too, Mary. I used to be able to do long. I can't anymore. Like the shorter ones keep me in the zone. So let's do this. I'll let you guys ponder it as we do our next 15 one. Or actually, no, focus on your story. But we'll ponder it together, and then we'll come back and maybe vote on some things on what you want most. And I will design this to be like what you want. Okay, the 10, 15, and 20 with 5-minute breaks in between. So I guess my one last question would be, should I play music for those 5 minutes and you like keep it going in the background, but you go do something, and then it's like another timer that's like, hey, time to start again? Or do you just want it to be like, okay, here's your break, pause if you need it, and then we'll keep going? You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I was in the mood to just keep going and I was like, I don't need the break, I don't want the break, then I'd be frustrated by those 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Hour and a half sounds good. Okay, sweet. Maybe you could put ads at the beginning and end only. That's a very good point, Courtney. I absolutely could do that. That's really wise to just the beginning and end. I can definitely do that. Thank you for thinking of me. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up, let's see, we have, what was the 15-minute one? Because we're only going to do one 15-minute today, right? I think it was this NaNoWriMo Potential. It's exactly 16 minutes, 48 seconds long. So that should give us enough time for this sprint. And you guys can tell me after if you like these songs. One of them says Tragedy here on the side, so I'm not sure. I think I really liked that one though. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to switch the screen so that you can see the timer as we go. Okay, share screen. Can you see that okay? Let me know. And then let's see here. Oh, I'm curious what this is. If you pause for the break though, you know it's going to be longer than 5 minutes. That is true. You make a solid point. Abby Emmons has something similar, and her 5-minute break music is different from the sprint music. Okay, what, like how different? Now I'm curious. I need to know. Although I don't want to copy her either. And she does do that, and it's pretty good. Okay, so maybe it could be just something that like clearly alerts you audibly. I think audibly was correct the first time. Okay, good. You can see it. Awesome. Maybe you can put the music with the lyrics in the break music. Let's see. Put the music with lyrics. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like it switches to like singing. I like that idea, actually. Okay. I'm going to press start. You guys ready? Here goes nothing. Let's do this. Remember to check your word count or whatever you want to do so you can see how far you came. And go. That's time. Okay, let me pause the music. Okay, I saw a few people asking about the music, so let me go ahead and pull this off and I will show anybody who's new the playlist we were just on. Let's see, let me make it a little bigger. We were on, I just called this NaNoWriMo Potential because I don't think I ever actually used it. So we went through all the songs. We were on the last song. I think whoever was asking was on this Oriro. I don't know if that's right. And Renee, I saw your question about what to search for, like on here on Epidemic Sound to create. So here, let me just play around and I'll show you just for kicks. I'll do it really fast. So let's see if I can go back to the home page, Discover, I think. And this is the search tab. So what I like to do though is I like to go to music and there's different genres. So if I have a certain mood I'm looking for, like when I'm doing YouTube vlogs, I might want it to be happy and they actually go by mood, or relaxing. I think I picked relaxing for the sprint ones. Then I'll start playing through these, like, let's see. I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's not the vibe that I'm going for. But it also helps to look at this side step. So like solo piano, this might be really tiny for you, but here on the right, I like solo piano a lot. So then, like that's pretty. And I realize that it's gonna get really loud on your end. And so I'll pause the music, I won't play it. I'm not going to do a vote right now, but I actually really liked that one. So then I might be like, okay, well, first of all, I like it, but also I can add it to a playlist. And this is where I've randomly made like a billion playlists that honestly are very chaotic at this point. And I don't even know where to put this song. So I've been kind of putting them in the piano one, or this NaNoWriMo Potential. I'll put it here because it sounded like a piano song. And then you can, if you like it, which I do, then I would click download, and then there's a couple options to do like the full mix or just certain parts of the song. And then I could put that into a YouTube video because I pay for Epidemic Sound. So this is a paid platform that YouTubers use. So it's I know it's kind of unique. It's like you will only get some of these songs if you are, here, let me go. And then it's like for your YouTube channel and it recommends them. Let me show you some that you might recognize because they're like my favorite. I don't think I've used these. No, I have. I love this Loving Caliber guy, or whoever it is. I don't know if you recognize that. This is one of my favorites for vlogs. Or this one. I just love those. So coming back to my fun idea of making you guys a more permanent. Oh yeah, how did you do? Let me pause. How did you guys do on that sprint? I got excited about the question and I just went on a tangent. But I hope that helps for the songs and what they're called. And coming back to our idea really quick of the, like next Saturday, since I can't be here, doing a pre-recorded all of these different songs and having like a 5-minute break, I could use this type of song, which I think have words. I love those songs. I love them. It might feel a little bit sharp though to jump from strings to that, so I don't know. Anyway, that was a tangent. We have 353. The book's coming along fast. Yay! 282 past 10K. Woo! We gotta celebrate with you. That's so exciting. 339, 761. Wow. 528. You guys are amazing. 615. Wow. If you can do 500 more, you'll hit 20K. 250 more words. That's amazing. 52. That's amazing. So close to 25K. Wow. 416, 120. Got halfway through. Discussion for grad class. I love it. I love the productivity sprints too. 317. Am I reading that right? Yeah. My brain just was like, wait, is that 371? Got distracted. It happens. I did as well. Did you guys hear the text coming in? That was from my hubby's phone because this is his computer and then I'm writing on my computer. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so distracting if you can hear it going ding, ding, ding. And somebody tried to call him. And because he's home, it's coming to his computer. So I was very distracted. Let me know if you heard that though. I hope you didn't. 587, 1180 in total already. Yay! Nice work, Avi. That's amazing. Have fun at church. I hope you have a great night, or I don't know what time of day it is for you. Great day. Yay, exactly. 4:08. Awesome. While you guys are checking and sending in any more word counts, if you're still checking, I'm going to check too. Okay. I wrote 140 before I had to figure out the whole computer situation. And again, this is more me trying to brainstorm, so I'm kind of outlining too before I write it. It's a little tricky, but I need to get it done today so I can send it to my beta reader so they can read it. And then, yeah, anyway, it's a whole thing. So let's do our quick 5-minute break for questions. I always forget to pull that up. About 300, that's amazing. Okay, you heard it. I am so sorry. Yeah, I was like, shoot. I hope, like, some of you are not playing the music and you're like just turning it down and doing your own thing. So hopefully that didn't distract you. 4:35, that's awesome. Notice my thinking face. I was like, what do I do? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back. We'll just go back and forth between screens today and bring up the timer again. Unless, is there any questions you guys wanted to go through? I do want to run some more ideas by you with, oops, let me actually set it to 15. I have some more questions for you as far as what you want if I create this sprint. Oh, it turned into a chore sprint. That's awesome. I'm going to write down my questions for you and we can chat next time so I can kind of tailor this next Saturday pre-recorded sprint to exactly what you want. I'm going to kind of brainstorm it, take a quick break on my story because I want to make it amazing and super helpful for you, not just next Saturday, but like throughout the rest of the month and onwards. So yeah. Hey, glad you're joining us. Way more productive when it's songs with no words. And yeah, the soothing. So Epidemic Sound will definitely be making playlists. Awesome. So Renee, Epidemic Sound is a paid platform, unfortunately. So if you don't, I mean, I guess so is Spotify, right? But Spotify has a free option. I'm not sure if Epidemic Sound does, because like I said, it's more like a creator tool so we can have music in our YouTube videos and also on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So if that seems relevant to you, it might be worth paying for too. But I have found it's super helpful. So like, for example, I've had people take my playlist here and put them on their own YouTube channels, and that's actually a copyright strike because that music is what I paid for, and I'm not allowed to share it with anybody else. So just FYI. But if I was to make like an hour and a half to an hour, something like that, soundtrack playlist for you guys, then you could have access to that soothing stuff. Going to be mentioning me and Mandy Lynn. Awesome. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, you do have the paid version. Sweet. So then it's perfect because, oh, by the way, if you haven't got it yet, as far as Epidemic Sound, I think you get a free month with my link below my videos. I think I have it towards the bottom. So if you didn't get it yet, I wanted to mention that. Okay, so we're about to do another sprint right now. Good question. Do you guys want to do another 15 or do you want to jump to 20? Because I'm actually feeling like I could go longer and it's getting cut off fast. So if you want, we could do 20. Why don't we do one 20-minute one? Let me change the timer. And then if we're like, that's too long, we can go back to 15. How's that feel? Is that okay? Okay, yes, vote for 20. Awesome. Another 20, another 20. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's do 20. I'm so glad you guys like that. We are on the same page. Oh, I just got a bunch more. 20, 20, 20. Okay, maybe we'll just stick with 20 then. I think we have time for at least 2 20s, hopefully. I talk too much. Let's keep going. Ready? And go. Oops, I forgot to set up the music. Give me 1 minute. music. How did that one go? How did you guys do? Let me know. I see some questions came in while we were going, or at least one, so I'll come back to that. Did you want to see the playlist I like to share in case you guys are curious? Epidemic Sound, share. So we were on, that was actually, it started with the new song we just added, which is hilarious, and it looks like we were just on this one right here. Let me know. Let me actually make this bigger. Sorry, can you see that now? So the Try Your Wings one here at the top was the one we literally just added for kicks, and I'd never listened to it before, so that worked out great. And then you can see that a lot of the ones are in this solo piano genre that I was apparently listening to. Okay, I see some times coming in. Before I read out how you guys did, let me check how I did because it was actually pretty good. I think. I can't remember where I stopped. Shoot. I think right here. Let's see how far I got. And I did put some things in parentheses, like put this idea here. I have no idea what it's going to be, so I could keep writing. 452 for me, which honestly, I'm not a fast writer whenever I sprint, unless I get really lucky and I can see it. So that's pretty good for me. Okay. Ended my chapter with another 316, going over notes for the next chapter. Awesome. I love that. 572, 269. Nadine, you crossed 10K. That's so exciting. Sorry, I should make this bigger here. Actually, let me just remove that altogether. Got your discussion done. Now I have to reply to 2 classmates. Nice. So productivity for the win. 289 words, 555. That's fun. So close to 10K. 384. Also, I'm still behind as well, so don't feel bad about that. Surpassed 1K for the day. Woohoo! 630. Wow, that's amazing. 843, and yay! Clapping for Blair. Hit 20K. That's exciting. Arrived mid-sprint, got 537. Tracy, that's amazing. 234, 423, another 1,500. So now you've crossed 3,000. Yay! Oh my gosh, you're amazing. 306, awesome. 208 and hit 20K. 575. Wow, that's awesome. 245 and almost at 20K. 279. I love it. I love it. Okay, sweet. Oh, I see more coming in. I'm so Minnesotan when I say that. 408. Oop. That's such a Minnesotan thing to say. 242. Nice job, Madeline. Okay, so I did pause really quick while I was sprinting to write down next week's plan to make something fun for you guys. So I love the music that we're listening to. I think you guys all did too. So I wrote down all like piano music, like the solo piano / soothing sounds for like the whole thing. I wrote down what you guys liked. Start with a 10, then do a 15-minute, then do 20, 20, 20. And that'll be so it'll kind of like lead you through hopefully a nice, and then if you have to, you can always jump back to the 10 and just do 10, 10, 10, or like 10 and 15, 10 and 15. So you can still make it work for you. I wrote down that you guys, most of you did prefer 5-minute breaks in between. So kind of like what we're doing now, but I would keep it to music. And I would set a timer, and then unfortunately I did write a note down that I'll have to use that timer sound. Otherwise you have to like be visually watching, and usually on a break you're like, picking up your phone and doing something else. So if that sounds good to you, I'm gonna keep using that timer sound, even though it's annoying. It's very useful. I could also use the timer sound for my kitchen timer if you guys like that better. It sounds like, oh, I set it to a minute. Dang it. Let me start it to like 1 second. Okay, it sounds like this. I don't know. I feel like that's even more obnoxious than the Google timer. Let me know what you prefer. But my last 2 questions for you to make sure that I have like designed this next Saturday's sprint, the pre-recorded one, to exactly what you want is, for visuals, do you have any preference? I could do multiple pictures that kind of go through a slideshow. I've done that before. I could do one where it's my hands typing. I've done that before. Although that's hard to record because I don't actually usually type continuously. Or I could do like a really pretty picture that's like related to writing, but it's like static-ish, maybe with some movement on it, but like very minimal animation, and then put the timer on that somewhere, something that's writing related. Yeah, it sounds like an alarm clock. I don't love it. Is it the same one you have? That's awesome. You like the most obnoxious ones. Okay, that's very good point. That then you can't ignore it. You have to pause. Thanks for being here. I'm so glad you were here. Oh, also, yay for 25K. Awesome work. I love the productivity. And then started the second book on the 1st. That's awesome. Okay, so fantasy type stuff. I could do fantasy type stuff. Okay, cool. So I just wanted to check. And then also, I should probably put instructions at the beginning. Typically, when I've done my writing sprint videos before, have you guys seen the ones that I've had before? I feel like a lot of you have. If you search on YouTube, writing sprint soundtrack, and my name, Bethany Atazada, there we go, you will get all of these beautiful writing sprint soundtracks here. So I would basically be making a much longer one. And with those, I just usually write the intro out, but if you want, I can actually sit down and like say an intro like this. I could pre-record a really fast something. So I just want to ask, feel free to put in your comments and your votes. I want to tailor it to you, but let's keep going. Actually, there was one question before we keep going. I lost it now. Let me scroll back. You guys are doing so amazing. All of these like word counts, you're awesome. Abigail was talking about character name inspirations and sources. So I love this. And I did see that Mary Jo had some fun advice in case you guys missed this. I really love Pinterest, funny enough. I also used to Google like baby names, like websites, but they've gotten a little bit spammy and a little bit sketchy over the years. So I'm always like, am I going to get a virus on my computer? Versus Pinterest, you can Google like, I think I Googled like fantasy female names that start with this letter, and it's fun because people create whole lists and then you can just browse, and I just keep browsing and browsing and browsing, and I'll save them to a what do you call it, a board. I don't do this super often, so I forget. And then that way I can come back if I'm like, oh, there was a good one for this other character that would work, and I just kind of save everything and go there. And yeah, Pinterest, for whatever reason, really works for me. In fact, I should probably show you visually instead of trying to just describe it. So like, what's a good example? Fantasy character names, or how about unique female character names, something like that. And usually this is like a springboard because I don't know exactly what I'm going for. And then see how Pinterest pulled up dark feminine names. I'm like, ooh, dark. Okay, let's check out dark. So, or like unique flower names is on there, and then there's some like this that like give you a visual as well. And like, oh, Irina, that's a cool Russian name that I really like. Lavana is reminds me of that Marissa Meyer queen, I believe. So yeah, I'll just start browsing, and sometimes seeing visuals like that helps. Sometimes it's like character names that start with N right here: Nadine, Naomi, Narcissa, Nola, and it's just like, ooh, this feels like it fits, you know. So I'll just kind of follow the rabbit trail to answer your question. Yeah, I love Pinterest. Everybody, I love that. Behind the name for names, great way to search is by themes. Yes, 100%. One of my favorite things to do. I'm glad you reminded me of that because I would not have thought to say this, but when it came to the Stolen Kingdom in particular, that series, I wanted my Jinn to have Hebrew names or like Bible names. So I thought when some of them are, anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but I used to search like a name that means, I would search like Hebrew name that means blank, and like picking a culture can help you, not necessarily that you have to keep it because you can change up how you do it, but if you notice how a culture has some naming conventions, a lot of them like Jezebel, Jedekiah, Malachi, like there's some similarities to the way that names sound, or like Russian names, Irina, a lot of them end in A. And so, yeah, you could kind of like, you can get a starting place and then you can kind of make it your own, and you're no longer using that culture, but you picked up on a naming convention that way too. I don't know if that made sense. Let me know if that was clear. Yeah, I did that for Viking names. See, like Viking names, like Valhalla, that's not a name though, that's a place. Anyhow, they have a very unique sound to them, right? So like if your characters all have a very similar name, it's going to feel more cohesive. Even if it's not a fantasy book, if it's like a contemporary world, it can work just the same. If it's like everybody is like Chris and John and Sam and Katie, you know, then it feels like they belong together. So yeah. Oh, behind the name is actually like a website. You can search with criteria. That is so cool. Oh, I love that. Would it be possible to add a fun writing prompt with a static photo background? Ooh, that's a good idea to have like a prompt. I love that. This is something that I would totally do for a live stream. Can I hold on to that idea for our live stream the following Saturday? Because I love that. But I feel like if it was on a pre-recorded video, then like by the 15th time you play it, you might be like, I've heard this, I need a new prompt. You know what I mean? So it might annoy you more in the long run. But if it was on a video like this where we're just chatting, I could totally do something like that. So I'm going to write that down for, what is the final Saturday? It's, let me pull up a calendar. So this coming the 18th would be the one where I do pre-recorded, and then the 25th we could do that. We could do, how did you describe it? A writing prompt. Okay. Thank you for that idea. That's an awesome idea. Okay, so let me I better get us back into a sprint because we only have probably one left before my little guy is going to wake up from his nap. So let's make sure I don't tangent us too far, but I love chatting with you guys. Oops, I just turned it on. He's not awake. It's okay. I just gave myself a heart attack. If having powers is fantasy, does that make my novel contemporary fantasy? Yeah, if it's modern but it has magic, contemporary fantasy would probably be the genre. And you could go even more subgenre. It could be urban fantasy, urban contemporary. I don't know. That would be worth looking into. For names, spice things up by changing the spelling. Yes. Oh my gosh, there's some fantasy books where I'm reading a name and I'm like, if I say it out loud, it's just Ryan. I know that name, but it's spelled different, and it didn't occur to me till I said it out loud. It cracks me up. Okay, so we're going to do one more 20-minute, if that's okay with you guys. Do you feel good about 20 minutes? Does everybody have time for that? Let me know. It will bring us right up to almost 2 hours, so that'll be awesome. Okay. I'm so excited to make this next pre-recorded live sprint for you guys. I hope it's going to be amazing. I hope you like it. You'll have to let me know next Saturday. I'll try to put it, what I'll do is I will put it live at the same time as this one. So then it'll be like we're sprinting together, even though I can't be there. It'll be fun. Okay. Sounds good for 20. Awesome. Yeah, fantasy spellings are crazy. Sometimes they're too crazy. I'm just going to put that out there. But anyhow. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up our playlist because I want to make sure. Actually, no, I want you guys to be able to see the timer. So I will pull up the timer for you. And then set it to, we decided on 20, right? And then also let's pull up our playlist. It looks like we have more than enough time. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it on the next song. Are you guys ready? Here we go. All right, go. mid-sentence there. All right, that's time. Let me pause the music so you guys can hear me okay. Hi, how did this go? Let me know. Hold on, I gotta save this so I don't lose it by accident. I was literally mid-sentence here, but that's okay. Hopefully I'll remember. I was going back and forth between parts that I've already written, so I think I had like 415 words last I checked. Let me get comfy because I'm starting to get like this chair is uncomfortable. All right, while you guys are sharing how it went, let me move this off the screen. Actually, as always, I will show you the songs that we're playing in case you're curious. So we were on this is my Epidemic Sound, there we go, playlist here. We were on this one. And so I'm thinking the last few, I think we started right here. So we usually get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 songs per sprint. That was pretty good. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking this is a total right here. That's amazing. That's the first word count that I saw come in. Let me scroll back up. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. And Amber, you too. I don't think she's still here, but that's so exciting that you passed 10K. Yay! I love that you guys celebrate with each other. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. That means a lot. I hope that some of my other playlists can be encouraging to you too. If you just need something to be like, let's write together. Yay! I'm glad you like it. 348, 219, 761. Wow. 313, 508. Oh my goodness. 340. We already said 37,000. Oh my gosh, I can say this. 3,788. 449. Reply to your 2 classmates, and now you're working on the next assignment. That's amazing. You're getting so much done, Mary. Hit 37K. Wow. Jumped in late around 15 minutes and got 275. That's amazing. 520. Yay! I'm so glad you're feeling motivated. That's awesome. 699. Best sprint of the day. That's exciting. I'm like celebrating. 3,122 total. That's incredible. 426. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Okay, we're doing writing sprints. Probably should have clarified that, but I think the description of the video is pretty clear. 227 at 973 total now. That's awesome. Thanks for all the encouragement. Awesome. 504. Awesome. 595. And then Blair got 1,035 on this sprint total. In this one sprint, that's amazing. Total of I can never do the thousands. 2,739 for the day. Time for a break. Yes, I agree. I'm ready for a break, but this was so good. I need to like walk for a little bit. I've been in a chair too long. 2,647 altogether today. You guys are amazing. Hannah got 1,621 total. Oh my gosh. So that's the Nano daily word count, right? So you're like, checkbox. Yes, way to go, everybody. I love that. I love the encouragement between you guys. 2,600 exactly. Awesome. Now I'm motivated for a nap. That's awesome. Perfect timing. Let me bring back this 5-minute break / questions banner one more time in case you guys want to chat about anything. If you have anything you wanted to just ask questions or motivate each other or just share how you're feeling about your story. I hope you're feeling good about it. All together today, not just this. Okay, good. That's awesome. That's what you want to hear is like, it's a good day for writing. I think just to catch you up on what I'm doing while you guys are typing and letting me know what your plans are and all that good stuff for the day, I think I'm going to try to finish this bonus scene without spoiling it. I want to have Jezebel, basically, she wants to tell the truth because she lies about everything. She wants to finally tell somebody the truth, so she's going to do it in what's called a parable. If you guys know what a parable is, let me know. But basically, she's going to find a way to, and I don't know how yet, to describe what's actually like the real situation in a different way and tell it like it's a story that's not true. And then when the person she's talking to reacts and is like, oh, that's so sad for this person who's the character who plays her, she's gonna be like, yeah, right? And then she's gonna be like, so since you feel that way, it's actually us that I'm talking about. And then he's gonna get super mad. And this is me spoiling it but not spoiling it because you won't know what I'm talking about till you read it, and then you'll be like, oh, well, maybe you'll have forgotten, but I love all these totals for the day. 1,372 so far. That's amazing. 1,300 words so far. That is incredible. You guys are so good. And especially, yeah, when you're feeling unmotivated earlier, that's really good. Yay, I'm so glad, Madeline. Thank you. Let's see, this has been great. My brain has been spent for work lately. Didn't think I'd be able to write. I'm so glad it was encouraging. I feel the same way where it's like I don't feel it. And then when I sit down and do it, it usually goes better than I think, but I so relate to that. It's been that way for me all month. Sitting at 894 out of 5,000 for the day. Oh my goodness, you can do it. That's amazing. So let's see. Working on the last book in a fantasy series. Woohoo! And then this assignment, you're going over author profits, trying to calculate royalties. Okay, very cool. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, no problem. How many words should be in a chapter? Oh, we could totally talk about this for a second, and then we should call it, and you guys can keep writing if you want to. Let's see. So the should part is something that is really good to let go of that, because I have written a chapter that's just because I could, and I loved it. It's in The Curse Hunter, which is not close enough to reach, but it was like 2 sentences, I think. Or was it a paragraph? I don't know. If you're curious, it's a stylistic choice. It's not something I would do for every chapter whatsoever. But when I read, I think it was The Cruel Prince, and the prologue there is literally like also I think it's 1 sentence, and it's about ketchup, and it's hilarious because it just sets the tone for the story. And I was like, this breaks the rules in such a cool, attention-grabbing way. So I did that for a certain character who, anyway, I won't spoil it, but I don't think there's any should is the reason that I'm explaining that. There's no like should for anything. As far as how many might be nice to have in a chapter, I think the range of an average chapter is probably anywhere from 1,000 words maybe to say 4,000. I've read longer chapters for sure. I've read shorter chapters like I mentioned, but I feel like that's kind of the range that a reader is used to. So visually, they'll expect it. They'll be fine with it. I feel like I've read longer though as well. But the reason I lean towards the shorter side, I find a good place where it feels like a mini cliffhanger where the reader's going to want to know what happens next. And I've heard readers tell me that I'm pretty good at this. My beta readers said I had a lot of good ones in this book. Is that, yeah, Curse Hunter epilogue is 2 sentences as well. That's such a good point. I forgot I did that. It's really funny. I was actually thinking of a different chapter, but yeah, the epilogues can definitely be short. So anyhow, all that to say, like, trust your gut and don't worry about the word count, because I'm actually in edits on the 3rd or 4th draft now. I think I'm in the 4th draft at this point, and I have been moving chapters around and changing where they end, and that's okay. So I feel like that's not a drafting problem. Just write what you're feeling. Don't worry if it's like a 10,000 word chapter. You can cut it up later. You can turn it into 3 or 4 chapters later if you want to. That was a long answer, but I hope that was helpful. At 14.55 for the day. Why can't I say the thousands? 1,455 for the day. Gonna take a break for dinner. It's 8:30 there. Wow. Okay. You've got this. You could do it. Another 2K. I see it. You've got this. I hope it goes well. And succeeded in changing the beginning/opening of the novel. Been bugging you for so long. So yay, congratulations. That's a good feeling. The reader is now plunged straight into the drama. And then Kay, you were asking about, I think, my book. So yeah, the last chapter was also short, but there is one when a new character gets introduced, and I wanted to show, I'm trying not to spoil. I wanted to show how very different they were, for lack of a better word. And yeah, I can't. I'm a spoilery author, so I have to be careful. Yeah, this is a fun question. Who else is fantasy writer here? Just finished the last chapter now of 100. Formatted pages completed. That's amazing. Oh, you're answering that question from above. Haven't slept all night. Okay, so yeah, good luck and get some sleep. Absolutely. I love that you guys are chatting about story. So this is answering that earlier question about like 3 to 4K words per chapter. I love that. I never finished my explanation of the reason I like shorter chapters is because as a reader, I like them. It makes me feel very accomplished and like, ooh, we're getting to the next thing and the next thing. And I've heard my readers tell me they like my shorter chapters as well. That said, I couldn't even tell you what my average is because I just don't bother to care about that. I just kind of go with when it feels like a natural break. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think I'm seeing lots of comments about what you guys are writing, so feel free to keep sharing that. Feel free to comment after as well. And yeah, very excited that you guys are all here. So let me just, what am I doing? There we go. Let me just say happy NaNoWriMo again. I hope you guys have an amazing week going forward, and I will be in touch with you, not live, but we will have that next Saturday video. So thank you guys for being here. You're the best. I appreciate you so much, and I will talk to you again very soon.